What up, guys? Welcome to Japari Park. Wait, sorry, wrong opening. Welcome to Base Damage. Uh,
hmm
this is Koolaid, and we got Waifu Wars. What's up?
Hello, this is Saturday, September 9th, 2017. This might be my last words, just in case of Hurricane Irma. So, yeah,
So,
hello, glad to be here while I still can.
I actually just thought of an interesting point. Well, we'll go ahead and do the other introduction. We also have Pay3ForHanayo.
Hey, it's everyone's favorite, Darth Nguyen.
I just realized now, or you said like, hey, maybe Waifu Wars is subscription thing will go, or viewer thing will go up if you, in case you die during the hurricane. Base Damage might go up as well. I was like, hey, look, this is the last one that he was on Base Damage. Look, this podcast is going to get 100,000 views. No, it'd be crazy. Nah, but yes, as per the initial joking introduction, this will be going over. This week we're going to go over Kemono Friends that dropped, and I hadn't looked at this until a couple hours ago, and holy crap, this is actually really interesting. I brought in these guys because they actually have the cards and play them and whatnot, so they can they can probably tell the combos and whatnot better than I know about. I just was reading through this stuff and going, what the fuck, there's a money counter, what the hell? Yeah, so it's some crazy stuff. So as per, I don't remember which podcast I mentioned it on, but we're going to try to change up like how the set discussion goes. We're going to try to cover 2 colors within one podcast. Since this is 4 colors and it's like over 100 cards, we figured yellow and green would be best to cover in this one. So in the next one that we continue the set discussion, it'll be red and blue. So, Jimmy, you said yours was primarily yellow green, right?
Yeah, it's mostly what I've been playing with lately so far.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm definitely gonna play more of the other colors. Like, I actually might play red tomorrow or today at my locals, technically.
Oh, true, because yeah, we're starting this really late, but it's all good. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I've just been catching up on sleep all this week anyway. So, all right. So, couple ones to start off on, if I can find the exact numbers.
Can I just say one thing before we start?
Go for it, dude.
I just want to say to the people who like said that they won't be buying this set because of Dark Point, like, fuck you, especially when you guys realize that this set is actually good. Like, fuck you, bandwagoners.
Also,
There's
he's
only
on
so much room on the Japari bus.
exactly. Also, Bingley is on Christian Mingle.
Yes.
No, no, yeah, no, like I had been hearing people say that this was like kind of mixed reviews as well. Like some people saying, "Oh, this is great." Some people going, "Oh no, this isn't great." And I look at this and go, "What the hell is the other group talking about? This is pretty legit." In Waifu Wars had said it to me earlier, where it's like, you know how it's usually restricted to one meta in some sets, like how in English for like TLR, it's obviously you're going to be running yellow green Yami Mikan, and admittedly that's mostly due to like the trait restriction, but this is just wide open. Everything's friends, like for the most part, or mecha trait. It shares with the little robot mecha thing that they have. It basically covers the entire thing. Like there's nothing that doesn't somehow work together, and it's just all the different variations you can do. Is just looks interesting as fuck.
Yeah, as we like go over the cards, like to the audience, like you realize that there is no definitive like meta build and stuff too. So there's just so many good cards, and like the way like the different effects, it's like I feel like it's more towards like your preference and stuff, and also your locals. So like if you like invest into this set, then there's like different ways you can like change up your deck and adjust to your liking.
or if you agree
I
with
definitely agree with that.
yeah. If you agree with Grape Coon and his life choices, you can also go for the penguins, but that's whatever. So I'm just saying that was an awesome little penguin. I'm just and shoot, the blue stuff does some nice stuff too. I was looking at that going, holy shit. So
Yeah, every color definitely has like something good about it that would make you want to play it.
like even like I will obviously go over the colors when we get to it. Even though like red didn't have as many like in it, it still had interesting stuff that I was obviously one of the new things there. I'll just go ahead and mention it real quick. Obviously bringing in the new trigger icon. I didn't realize Kemono Friends had the standby trigger in it. So obviously Bushiroad is going to be pushing that and whatnot. So that's in here, stuff like that. So I mean, obviously, I think all the new sets are going to have
I want
that.
to say, I was going to say most new sets, like, after it came out initially in Bang Dream, have started getting standby.
Oh, God, is AOT going to have it?
I hope not.
I hope that the second booster, that'd be weird as fuck.
Yeah, and even, like, promos, like, Milky got a promo for a standby trigger as well.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I didn't know Milky had got that, so that'll be interesting. So gentlemen, between the two of y'all, let's just go ahead and start with this because y'all have played this and know this stuff better than I do. What are some of the better cards to look at obviously starting off with yellow?
I think the first card's sort of real curious about everything. It's something that's worth talking about. Yeah.
Alrighty. I had to double check. I thought it said it had 3 soul for a second there. I was like, wait a minute. That's not right. So, alright, had to zoom in. Alright, so, should I just go ahead and... I got the effect pulled up. Should I just go ahead and read it off, or... whichever y'all want to do.
I can read it off if you want.
Go for it. Go for it.
Alright, server curious about everything. It's Friends rare. And it's 3/2, 8500 power, Friends trait, 2
Friends
soul.
rare?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's cool. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
just...
No, you're good. It's like kind of like not Abyssals, Kantai, like the double R pluses.
Oh shit, okay, that's their version of Double R Plus? Dude, that is cool. Okay.
When it's placed from hand to stage, you get to heal 1. When it's placed from hand to stage, it gains X power for the turn, X times 1,000 of your friend's characters, including itself. So if you have
13/5.
Fear, if it's the last character.
That's nice.
But even if you play it first, when you have like a full back already, it'll be 11/5 before assist, which is decent size as well. And then it has a climax combo. Pay to ditch a card. When this ability activates up to once per turn, when a character in your front row center slot attacks, if returning to original form, which is a stock soul, yellow stock soul, is in the climax zone, and there are 2 or more friends character in your memory, you can stand it.
Alright. So of course, right off the bat with this, I was like, okay, there's going to be other effects in this that send stuff to memory, and there's a really funny one for that. I got to find that in a little bit here. This is, I want to say, worded the same way as the level 3 Eris from Konosuba. So just as, like, you could even stand this off of its own attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
I'd argue that, like, it might be easier than Eris just because, like, of course, like, this one's tied to a climax combo, but, like, the condition to get 2 character cards into memory is really easy.
Yeah. And Eris, you ended up having to, like, you had to reveal the top card of your deck or something like that. So some other condition.
Yeah, you had to reveal the top. Had to be Goddess or Adventurer.
Yeah. Okay, so that was... It's similar, but okay, the activation thing was different. If you only do one, the climax ends up paying for half that cost anyway, sure, but then your other characters are going to attack or whatever. So that's really cool, though. I do like that type of restand. It's actually not even that difficult to pull off.
Some people
it's
are
definitely very
this,
easy to achieve.
Yeah. some people are only running this at 3, and I personally feel like 4 seems much better just so you can get off consistently. And like even if you don't have the climax combo, just playing it for the turn and being it like an oversized healer for the turn is still not bad. I feel like this is one of the cards that like that definitely stands out more in the set.
Mm-hmm. So I know they have other restanders throughout the colors, which I thought was just cool. Like as far as like across the entire spectrum, I thought was really cool.
And like if you manage to get even if just one, but you want to get 2 off at least with this combo. But the way it works that there is a rest counter in this set, a 3/3 conditionless rest counter where you still have enough stock to play your rest counter on defense when it goes through your opponent's turn. So that's kind of nice as well.
Okay. Trying to find that other. Okay, I found the other one that I just wanted to make a note of. This kind of screws over cancel burn. Unless y'all had any others y'all wanted to point out. I had one that I saw and was like, this is great. So any other ones y'all needed me to go ahead and pull up while I have the while looking through stuff here.
Kaban-chan full of ideas.
Full of ideas. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. That's the second one. You're right. Okay. Oh, the other level 3 for yellow. Okay.
Do you want me to keep on listing you some more yellow cards?
Go for it, man.
Kaban-chan at the congratulation party.
That was the one that I had wrote down because I saw that and was like, oh, this is great. All right.
Servo War.
Rar. Gowl.
Jimmy, do you also want to talk about the Fennec combo? The Fennec and Nano that combo?
I guess we'll get to that when we get to green, because that's mostly in green, I guess. Just the honors in yellow. Other yellow cards, I guess.
The Brainstormer?
Yeah, the Brainstormer. I don't know the name of it.
Kaban-chan during Desert Tour?
Kaban-chan during Desert Tour. Okay, found it. Okay. Which was the money counter? Was it was Paper Airplane?
Paper Airplane, yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a rest counter, but essentially it kind of works like a money counter.
Yeah. It was like what was it? Mismatch pair?
For Cinderella Girls?
Yeah, it wasn't Yeah, mismatch pair was a rest counter. I had to remember what it was I can't remember if it was 2 cost or 3 cost.
Rest counters are 3 costs, but the one from CG is you can play at level 2, but the thing is you need to have 2 blue characters and 2 red characters on the field to activate it, whereas Paper Airplane is at level 3, but there is no condition for it to rest. So, and you mostly play rest counters at level 3 anyway, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Servo Driving is also a pretty good card.
Servo Driving.
And then
Gotcha.
Tsuchinoko, knowing the smell of the outside air.
Okay,
no, not that one. There's another Tsuchinoko card.
Unidentified. Gotcha.
Yeah, Mysterious Animal. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so we got a couple pulled up here, which I already showed off. I already had Paper Airplane up as we were reading that one off. So we'll go ahead and mark that off the list then real quick. So Kaban-chan full of ideas. The level 3 2 cost. It's an 95 2 soul. It's a early play. Okay, if there are 2 or fewer climax cards in your waiting room, -1 level in hand. 500 for each of your other friends or mecha characters. So plus 2k at most. So 11.5 is still really good. When this is placed from hand to stay, search your library for up to 1 event. Reveal. You straight can search the money count, the rest counter. That is great. Oh my god. Yeah. And then so you reveal it, put it face down under as a marker, and then you end up having to discard to get it. But if you wanted to,
yeah, she doesn't plus you, but she definitely she has a lot of options in the set because of all the events that you could play with her. And she just makes them a lot more consistent since she basically searches them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that still because you can just you just hand filter that way extra climaxes or whatever. So
yeah, discard climaxes to add the event. It's pretty dirty.
Yeah, especially if you do like the splash of green. I'm guessing you have the do you have the gold bar trigger?
Yeah, right now I'm playing the gold bar.
So I mean, those hit my hand all the damn time with SAO. So yeah.
She's also good in like the blue-yellow build because blue has a 1-0 Maguro / Amelia combo, which is on attack if you have another blue character. You get to look up to 4 and add a friend's character and ditch the rest, so you can accelerate your deck to refresh faster and hit to level 2. So you can early drop this as well.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was great. It's like I ain't got a reverse.
And then like there's some other cool events that you could put into like yellow-green. Green has like a 2-0 like bounce event where you get to just bounce one of your characters back.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really cool. I have to pull that up when we get to it.
And then there's a 2-1 heal event.
Hearthfire, I think was the name of that event, the bounce event. So,
yeah. And then there's a 2-1 heal event as well where you can heal the hand.
Oh, okay.
Into any character, from your clock.
Cool beans.
This Kemono just it's really high utility because of how events work. They all just have a different type of effect depending on the event. So she's basically like any event in your deck, like on legs essentially.
Yeah.
Now, that is great.
It's also one less card from your deck as well, and you get to see through the information that's like what's left in your deck.
It's like, oh well, it's not the one that I want to get, but compressed regardless type thing. That's still good. So okay, so
from like my playtesting with like having like the paper airplane at like 2 or 3, like I've never had an issue with like getting paper airplane in like all of my games, at least like one copy to my hand. So that's why this card's really good, I think.
Okie doke.
Because like other decks have to rely like onto drawing interior rest counters or anti-damage wires. This one can just grab it.
Alright.
And also she's like a pretty decent size like fatty at like level 2.
Fatty.
Yeah.
She chubby. What?
She thick.
She's thick with 2 C's. No. And just Billy, go ahead and insert Aku right here. Okay, so that's gonna be fun trying to edit that in later. Okay, so which is the next one we need to of the ones that you listed that we should go over?
Card at the congratulation party.
Alright, since I said the other one, Jimmy, do you want to get this one?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. He's like,
real quick here.
It's number 5.
Yeah, it's like caught me off guard. Like,
it's just bam, blindsided. I realized that I just kind of started reading off the other level 3, and I was like, I didn't even ask him if he wanted to get this one. Shit.
So this is a 0/0 RR 500 friends trait, 1 soul. She has 2 effects. One's continuous, which is recollection. If this card is in your memory, no player takes damage from the effects of auto abilities of their respective opponents and characters if the damage is 1 or less.
Fuck, cancel burn.
So pretty much cancel burn, on attack burn 1, on reverse burn 1, anything that basically burns for 1 or less. And then her second effect is an auto effect. You can pay 1, put the top card of your deck into your clock. When she becomes reversed in battle, you may pay the cost if you search your deck for up to 1 French trait, and then you show it to your opponent. And shuffle your deck afterwards, and if your level is 2 or lower, you can put this into your memory.
That's just insane to me.
You actually have to send it to memory. It's mandatory.
If you are okay. So as long as you are level 2 or lower, it is mandatory to send to memory regardless. Okay.
Yeah.
Which still, that's perfectly fine. I don't mind that at all. Like I will purposely just ram that.
This is like basically the reason to play this set.
Yeah.
For the most part, because a lot of decks nowadays, they definitely have like a lot of burn 1s or cancel burns.
Yeah.
It is probably like the best, or not the best number to be burning, but it's a good number to burn for. It's like just hitting for 1.
Like I know this has this set has a couple cards that involve going to memory. Are there any sets, I cannot think of any in English right now, in JP, that manipulate the memory and get cards out of your opponent's memory.
Yes.
What
I know
set?
there's cards, there's like card sets that rely heavily on putting your cards into memory as well.
Yeah.
There's
Angel Beats I know did, like, a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah.
The capo
is ridiculous when it comes to putting cards into memory.
Yeah.
I've experienced it. It's crazy.
But like, if they had this and they themselves had like a Yami-esque combo of like the whole stacking cancel burns and shit, is there any that would be able to say, oh, well, you have that Kanban in your memory, I'm going to get it out of your memory so I can do my cancel burn shit? Is there anything along those? There
hasn't been a set yet that takes a card out of memory.
Because you do this in Kaleidoscope's fucked. Like, no, just do your normal level 3 shenanigans. You're not going to get your burn ones off. Like, even like Musashi, I know is variable damage, but if it procs a 1, it's, you know.
Or 0, you mean?
Yeah, like.
Yeah, if it hits a 0, this card stops it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, otherwise, that's kind of whatever. But so still, even that has a chance of being stopped off of that, and I just saw that and went, fuck. Like, all the ones that do that's just completely screwed. So
it's definitely like the most splashable card in Kemono Friends as well. Like, no matter what build you're building, like, even if your opponent isn't like playing any burn one cards, then like still being able to like put yourself closer to like leveling up or like getting another card, because this does replace itself. Like, it's Ricky, but it's like better because it doesn't have a level restriction. You can grab any friend's character.
Mm-hmm. And it being only 500, you're guaranteed, especially at level 0. You're not had to worry about anything in that regard.
And if your opponent like tries to side it, then it's just like another attacker for you. Like, you can just crash.
Yeah, like you still plus if they side it.
Exactly. Which that's been fun doing that with Hibiki, so that's whatever.
I side into Hibikis. I don't give them that.
Nah, I don't care. That was some fun stuff. So between compression, screwing over like in-game abilities, and replacing itself, pushing yourself up to closer to level 1 for whatever your plussing combo is, this is amazing. This is one of the big cards that I saw going through this set and went, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's the most expensive like card in Kemono Friends right now.
How much is it going for?
By a long shot too.
Yeah, it's going for 2980 yen. Yeah, so that's like
$30 or so ish.
Yeah, almost $30.
So I'm fairly certain that I'm off on that in some way, shape, or form, but I realize it's like the rough estimate. So Persona taught me a little bit about conversion. I don't know if I'm right on that anymore, though. That was like back in the P3 days. So okay, so yeah. And that's like really most of my notes as far as like just things I wanted to point out, and was like, yes, this is great. So let's see, the next one you mentioned to me was Serval Rar. So we got that. So okay, cool. This is another thing that sends itself to memory really easy. It's super easy, like, as long as you just don't hit a freaking climax.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, done.
Yeah, and the fact that like all play becomes like a 3500 beater for the turn is like just icing on the cake as well.
Yeah.
Just so like you can win a lane for like the turn you play like at level 0, and then next turn your opponent has to decide if they want to like kill this, or like even if they side against you, then like you still get another attacker.
Yeah. The level 0 game for this set's spicy as fuck. So, I'm just saying, this is like, it's great. Like, okay.
And the fact that like when you reveal like the condition for it to go to memory when it's reversed, like the fact that it also includes the paper airplane, is like a bonus as well.
Yeah. Do you like, just saying, if this was like a mono yellow build, just like I said, anything could be done for this in any way, shape, or form. What was I know there was another event, Japari Buns. Let me pull this up. What was I forget what this was.
Oh, the ones here. I almost forgot.
It's it's a drum barrels. It's the event. It's like a mill event thing, and
yeah, it's not bad. It's just space.
Yeah.
And like the other events, well, I mean that event does a lot too, but I don't know. It's mostly space.
Yeah. It's the fact that if you're more than likely, if this is the way you wanted to go for yellow, you're going to have Paper Airplane more than likely in there, so that's great. Okay, dope. So.
Basically, though, like, if you're going to play the 3-2 server that we talked about earlier, the Easterner, this card and then the Kaban Congratulation Party are like the two main cards that you're going to be putting into your memory.
Yeah, because you had to have two. It was Serval curious about everything. Just double checking that, making certain that I'm remembering this right. If there are two or more friends characters in your memory. Okay, so yeah, that's how to get that off instantaneously.
Yeah, the synergy.
Yeah, synergy. So, okay, dope.
And it's ridiculous how much you can like get this into your memory. Like if you run like 4 copies of this into your deck.
Yeah.
Like I'll help
basically free compression. Yeah, free compression like on a level 0 like beater for a turn.
Absolutely.
And then like one thing to like point out, like if you run some of the green cards, like there's the otter like a Shimakaze cone that basically gives like someone 4K. And this is like 7,500 power. If you give the 4K to this server or when it's placed, and then it's pretty much potentially 7,500 power before assist.
Yeah, that's bad disrespectful.
Yeah, like I've done it before. It's like actually pretty good.
Oh man, I love it.
It's like just get wrecked. Oh man. Okay, dope. Next one, Kaban-chan During Desert Tour. Bentley, would you go ahead and get this one?
Yeah, let me just pull it up real quick.
It's number 10.
Okay, it's a rare 1/0 3,500 power friends hat trait. 1 soul. It has a continuous ability. All your other characters are either friends or mecha trait, gain 500 power. And it's a pay 1, rest itself, search brainstormer.
Oh, that is so good for just having to rest itself. That is, I mean, sure, it's level 1, but that's great.
It makes it objectively better than the Umi brainstormer.
Yeah.
From the first level 5 set.
Shoot, it makes it better than most of the other like search brainstormers in general, where you have to tap 2. Sleeping Nights from SAO and whatnot. So that's a tap 2. Even the Mikon out of Tulavuru was tap 2 as well. So yeah, no, it's just admittedly that's because I'm guessing that's because it's a level 1, but that's whatever. So.
If you're running like yellow green or like model yellow whatever, and this is definitely the brainstormer to go to. Oh
yeah. I mean, shoot, even if you splash it, because it searches everything in the set, the friends or mecha. It's like, oh my god. Okay, dope. So then you said Serval driving. I'm fairly certain there's a joke behind this.
Serval is the Japari bus. He transforms into. Oh man. The flavor text just made me wonder if this is like she hasn't gotten her license yet or whatever. So, Jimmy, do you want to get this one? Yeah. So it's a 001K friends, 1 soul. Has 2 abilities. If it first one's continuous, if this card's in the middle position of your center stage, it gains +1 soul. And then the second one is auto. When it's placed from hand to stage, you reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a friend's trait or an event, you add it to your hand, and then you discard a card afterwards.
It's not even a specific event; it's just any. So that's
it's any event.
It's even more spicy. Just
So this card's like pretty good, especially for the rarity that it's in. There's only a common.
Damn, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah. And like again, the +1 soul when it's in the middle. is pretty OP, to be honest. Like it can be like a 2-soul beater for the turn.
Even at level 3, that's like, okay, well, I have an extra level 3, quote unquote, without having a level 3. Especially, if you have like throw down the level, like you said, the level 3 serval that restands itself off this. It's as if you have the stats of it at any point of the game. That's actually really cool. So
I think Jimmy, you're like running this instead of the runner, right?
Basically, yeah. Like it's pretty much the space that the runners would have went to. Is me running this.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like for this set, like it's definitely like justifiable just because this is a really good event. That it's not just limited to like just friends. Like, it's also like for events as well. So it's really good utility.
Yeah, and it's discard outlet as well. Even though it's only one card, like sometimes that one card.
Yeah, sometimes you just like to be able to dig. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes your brainstormers better as well.
Yeah, it's as if basically the way it was worded to me, it's as if with cards like this added onto brainstormers as well, is as if you're like milling 5 instead of milling 4. So, or if you see that's a climax, just straight out. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So, okie doke. Which one? Well, which one was the runner? Like, I'm just curious now.
It's in the trial deck.
Oh shit! I didn't even. Damn. I might have to do honorable mentions out of the trial deck at some point. Then I didn't realize I completely. Is it the trial deck plus?
Yes.
So
it's just a 2K free runner.
It's like the Bang Dream trial deck plus had that had one of those as well. So okay.
Yeah, and then the trial deck plus also has a Shimakaze clone, which is it's a 105K like on reverse. You get to search for any friend's character from your deck, and the combo is with a bounce trigger, a win trigger, so 1K1.
Damn, I was gonna make the joke. Oh, is it a draw 2K into soul? But okay, no, that's fairly legit. Okay.
I wish it was a double 2K1.
Yeah, true. That'd be even better.
Get 2 up to 7K, like that's not bad.
No, I'm ready for us to start getting those over here. I think we have those. I think the only way we have in English for that's in Bang Dream right now. Or does Bang Dream have that?
For 2K1?
For the
split 2K?
The split 2K and 1.
Oh, I know Konosuba had it. The Union combo.
You're right. Yeah, Konosuba had it. Okay. I don't know. I was thinking Bang Dream for that.
Yellow cards that we didn't go over there are pretty good. And like that's the thing about this set is like there's so many options that you have. Like there's like the Amagi clone where you play a climax. You can pay 1, look up top 4, and like add a friends. There's like the other level 0 beater, which is the gold snub nose monkey. Like that card is not bad either. And then like the stock reverser, Lucky Beast for the early plays. Like that's a good card too. Like some other honorable mentions in yellow. There's also a plussing level 1 combo in yellow as well.
Yeah, the Tenga Dire clone.
Alright. The other one you mentioned was Tsuchinoko, unidentified mysterious animal. Can't be chosen as target of opponent's effects, which is always good, like we said earlier, between rest counters and the money counters like Darkness Plan and whatnot. So unaffected by those are Compass. And it can gain extra soul, and this is placed from hand stage reveal top card. It gains plus X soul for the turn. X is equal to the level of the card revealed this way. So that's actually really funny to me.
Yeah, I personally don't run this, but like it's definitely like it's a good tech though if you do decide to run this. Like like definitely based on your meta or whatever.
Oh yeah. So, so the whole bunch of good stuff. We just kind of wanted to cover a handful of cards. Like, definitely anybody interested in this set or has seen some of this stuff already is just like, oh wow, like this is really good. Like definitely check out this set. So, was there any other quick honorable mentions? I could just like pull it up and just see it on the screen, just so people could see it on the screen.
I have one. 2-1 Fennec following.
Fennec follow. Gotcha. Okay. I hear that, and I think the freaking Finnegan from the Pokemon. That's what I think when I hear that.
Well, that's also based off the Fennec Fox.
Okay. Yeah. All of your other friends get 1,000. When you play an event, choose one of your characters. It gets X. X is equal to 500 power times your friend's characters. Okay.
Yeah, so this could work on your turn or your opponent's. Like if you have like the heal to hand event, the 2-1 green event, you can give someone like 2,500 power. Or like if you use the rest counter on your opponent's turn, you can give someone else make sure rest counted also 2,500 power on their turn.
That is great.
Yeah.
In addition to global 1K.
A lot of plays that your opponent's trying to do.
Especially the heal one. I would prefer to do the heal counter on that with this one.
Or if you like use the 2-0 bounce, then like it's a 2K. It's also a 2K.
It's a free 2K at that, or at least a free. Oh yeah, true. So on resolution, would you be able to do it on resolution or on play then? As far as activating her effect.
I think it's when you play it. Right? It says when.
Yeah, when you play the event.
Because I realized you said 2K. Because I was like, oh yeah, you'd have one less character on field. Only reason I say is because you can choose. I know there's certain climax combos that work off of like stock soul from waiting room, or one of the things that was mentioned a while back was the Nizukoi Sweets combo, or one of the sweets. It's a change combo from level 2s into level 3s that you had to do it. You could do it in one order or the other, and depending on how you did it, they would or would not gain extra soul. So I didn't know if it was you could choose the order of how they resolve because it's not like when you play. It's because of how Bushi words it. It says when you play it, not when an event resolves type thing. So I didn't know if that would be you could do like the order of. Also, Bang Dream has like 5 freaking climax combos off the same climax for their Exodia deck, and they can choose the order that goes off too. So I didn't know if that was you could. I mean, it's like 500 power. I realize I'm arguing over it. Not arguing, but like discussing a difference here in 500 power. But I've seen,
All I know is that like it's really good. Like, say if your opponent has like a Kagi's on the field, then like you bounce one of your cards that would have been clock shot, and then you can also boost like your level 3 and make that like not be able to get clock shot.
Yeah. Well, even in that regard, you definitely want to have as much power as possible. So I didn't know if that was like I can play this, give this 2/5, bounce my character, no clock shoot for you on 2 characters type thing. So.
I ran this in my my Shimakaze variation of Kemono Friends, and then like the global 1K is also nice if you still want to like play the combo at like level 2 and onwards, just to get like another free search.
Oh yeah, no, that's really nice. Especially because of some of the other events, like you said, there was because the bounce event, Hearthfire. I'll mention that when we start going through the green cards. Was that a level 2?
Yeah, it's a 2/0 green card.
So, I'll go ahead and pull that up real quick. So, getting into the green.
We're starting green now. Hey.
If we want, so there's Hearthfire. Yeah, might as well figure we probably go ahead and start getting into this. In here, there was a Z3 clone. It was
Yeah, there is.
Which one is that? Because I saw that. I was like, hey,
American.
It's the beaver.
Yeah, American beaver. Yeah.
American beaver. Oh, American beaver biting on the branch. All right.
His card names are so good.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
like.
so good.
Oh my god. Okay, so we'll go ahead and mention this since we've mentioned this a couple times now. Hearthfire, green event 2/0. Choose one of your characters, return it to your hand. So just straight up. So that's fairly spicy. So.
Yeah. And then the level 0 that can bond into the Hearthfire event as well.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to do with like 2 other cards as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's other cards that interact with it.
Alright, I'm pulling also up some of the first cards on it where there's the one. The level 3 Ruffed Lemur. Do we need to go over?
Yes. The Lemur,
like mostly green cards
otter,
are pretty
yeah,
good.
We should go over like the Lemur, the Otter, the Northern White-Faced Owl,
Northern
and
White-Faced
Kabanchan Magnifying Glass.
And the Common Raccoon.
Alright,
yes.
So Common Raccoon, the Owl, and then you said Kaban Magnifying Glass. Okay, so first off, the Otter, a small clawed otter, genius at playing. We'll just go, Bentley, if you want to, go ahead and grab this one.
This is a small clawed otter, genius at playing. It's a Friends Rare, level 1, 4500 power, Friends trait, 1 soul. It has an auto ability. When it attacks, you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a Friends trait, then you choose one of your other characters, and that character gains X power for the turn. X equals 1,000 times of your other Friends character. So if you have a full field, then it's a 4K pump. And then it also comes with Hand Encore.
That is so much better than Shimakaze Kai. That is so much better.
Yeah. You mostly run this in like green yellow builds. Like you can run it in the Nanoda build if you want. Like Nanoda already gets pretty big on her own with her combo, but like I use this a lot in my Shimakaze build just to like guarantee my reverse if I know my opponent's trying to be like wallsy on defense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because even like at level 1, that just makes stuff huge. That makes, your average, like just most of your average level 1s, if it starts off as like a 5K or whatever, that's 9K right there before anything else. That's as big as most of the time how big Nita Manamis would get, like if you're playing Idolmaster. So that's fairly crazy.
And you can also just like pump up your level 0 so they could just for no reason get over like some of your opponent's level 1s.
It's like, oh, these level 0s you left on the field because you kept siding them. Well, I'm going to start killing your shit with them right now. No, that's great. Okay. I think, like you said, character encore on top of that. So,
yeah, in case if you ever need to save it, you can.
It has like later applications if you're running the clock kick. For green as well.
Yeah, that's the next one, which is Rough Gleamer. If you want to, Jimmy, you can go ahead and get this one.
The Lemur? That's a 3-2, right?
Rough Gleamer Jungle Life. Yeah, it's a Friends Rare. That's so cool that they like basically made it a whole new rarity for this set, which is like just funny to me.
Yeah, so this is a 3-2, 9500, 2 soul, has a Friends trait. First effect, continuous, for each of your other Friends characters in your back row, she gains 1k power, so she can be 11-5 with 4 assists. And when she's placed onto stage from your hand, you look up top 2 cards from your deck, and you put them back in the same order. And then auto ability, you can pay 1 during the turn. This is placed from hand to stage. When the battle opponent of it becomes reversed, you may pay the cost, and if you do, put that character into clock.
Yay for clock shooting. It's like you said, if you do the Otter, give her an extra 4K, put her up to, what'd you say, 11.5, so 15.5 before anything else. So that's going to reverse something, like especially when you have other back row stuff. Because like I said, it gets buffed if you have back rows, so assuming those are some kind of buff. There was another effect in here where it was like, depending on what you milled, I can't remember what the effect was. It was some light plussing engine or something or other. It might have been off to another level 3. I pulled up that twice, so might have been off of. Okay, no, I was thinking something else. Okay, sorry, brain fart on my part. So I was thinking I might be thinking of a later color thing. Where I just was like, okay, well, if you do this, you can just, I think it was like on reverse, if you mill the top card of your deck and some kind of effect went off. I can't remember what it was. We'll probably get to it later. So, always clock shoot is great to me, so.
Yeah, this is definitely like a card to be worth running, like if you're running any like type of green build.
Since you're running on...
It's a splashable clock kick, so...
Yeah, so Jimmy, are you running any copies of this?
I wanted to fit at least one, but I haven't been able to between the level 3s and the other events that I play in my deck. But this card's definitely solid at 1 to 2 copies if you want to play it.
Definitely. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention when we're for honorable mentions for the trial deck for yellow, the level 3 for the trial deck, the 3/2 servo yellow. She's on play. I used to run this in my Shimakaze build until I found out about that trial deck server. Is that on play you look it up to X cards? Well, if X equals to how many Friends characters you have. So like a full field, you get to look up to 5, and then she also has an ability where like on attack you can ditch 1 and pay 1 to give every character a soul and 500 power. The reason why I'm mentioning that is that like it helps with your servo restander. Like if you couldn't draw into your climax.
Yeah, it's like an interesting fusion between the level 3 Maya from Tulavru and Awesomeness Commanding Strength from SAO. So, okay, so no, that's an interesting little just combination of effects there. That's nice. So, now I can understand that, you know, like teching, you know, maybe 1 or so of that in there if you still wanted to, because that digging power is really good. Like when you need to get combos.
I've grabbed the stock soul for Serval off that a good amount of times.
All right. So that was that level 3. The next one, Common Raccoon, always full power.
Oh, this is my card right here.
Go for it, bro.
So it's 1/0, 4500 Common Raccoon, Nanoda.
It's a double rare. Golly.
This is double rare. It has 1 soul, French trait. First effect, when it's an auto one, I believe. When this declares an attack and you have the gold bar out, this gains the following effect and 1k power, which is when it reverses its battle opponent, you choose a friend's character in your waiting room and you put into your stock.
That is great, actually.
So it's like, it's not like it. Well, it is stock charging, but it's not like as clean as stock charging as like on attack with the stock from waiting room, since you can potentially trigger climaxes with there. But even so, the other card that combos with this, which was the yellow card, it bonds into it. It's Finnick at our own pace. It's a pay 1 bond, and then it gives this level 1 specifically 2k power on your turn. This card hits really high numbers when you have the combo going.
This is a 1k1 gold bar, so that her own ability would make her a 6/5. That included would make her an 8/5. Damn.
Yeah, before any other assist. Usually I have like the global brainstorm out, so she's like 9k. But you also put like 2 out, and then she's like 10/5, I believe. Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah, this card hits some really high numbers. You're more than likely going to reverse most things in front of her. Like this can even challenge a couple level 3s at level 2 that come out early.
Exactly. Like just that pose she's taking of just pointing epically at the person reading the card, like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. So that's what that is. It's just like, what's she do? Oh, here, RTFC. They go to read it, and just the flavor text is like, on God, you know. So
yeah, as long as your first attacks with her are clean, then like you really see this starting to snowball once you do it like even 2 times. Since it is with a gold bar, so it's pretty easy to like keep this going.
You can like change this off, right? From level 0.
Yeah, that's what I was just reading was the second effect.
Yeah, its second effect is discard a card from your hand to the waiting room. When your Kabanchan magnifying glass, which is the green 0/0 that interacts with this card, is placed from the stage to the waiting room, and if this card is in your waiting room, you may pay the cost. If so, you put this in any slot on the stage as rested.
That is so funny. You could just try like summon over at, like if you had enough cards, if you're at level 0, you could just summon this, like over summon off the level 0. Kabanchan magnifying glass is a level 0, which grabs the hearth fire. So
yeah, and it gives power when it attacks to a friend.
So that's just like
technically you get this out early at level 0. I think that's like the main use for its second effect. I mean, I don't play the Kaban level 0 in my deck, so I actually don't use the second effect. But it does have its uses at times. If you want another character to stay on field, you can do the combo again, discard anything that you don't need.
Which the Kaban magnifying glass has one other card that it combos with, is the other level 3 that's in green. Off of Northern White-Faced Owl and Eurasian Eagle Owl, Chiefs of the Island. I'll get this one. Just because little bird people look adorable.
Level 3, 2 soul. This is a double rare. 95, 2 soul. If the Kaban-chan magnifying glass is in your clock, this gets -1 level in your hand. So it can be an early play, for especially useful for the last ability. When this is placed from the second ability, when this is placed from hand to stage, you can discard a card, choose a friend's character in your hand whose level is equal to or lower than your level, and put it on any slot on the stage. So you'd end up paying you'd end up dropping an extra to summon an extra, but if you
could 2-star.
Yeah. Off of at level 3, this is much more of a broken ability, because then just play the little clock shoot for free, or the servo for free, and just get your stuff. Like you said, for just 2 stock, I don't mind pitching an extra card at that point.
You can also play like your second copy of this card from your hand, because it's still considered as like level 2 because of the early play condition.
Oh, you're good point.
Yeah, you can loop it. Yeah,
I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, the way the effect is worded is that it still triggers on play from hand to stage effects.
So and then, like you said, that's even more like looping and getting that out, and the synergy would be with the climax combo releasing the wild side. Let me go ahead and
it's split 2K.
Okay.
Yeah, so
cool beans. Or as I just keep saying that, it's just me going ooh ah. When it's placed in your climax zone, if this is in the front row, search your library for up to 2 friends' characters, reveal them, put them into your hand. So all this effect that you're just going off of just summon for next to nothing, you replace all of that almost instantaneously as long as you play that climax. So that's really cool.
Like compression, compression from your deck.
That's really good. I like the art on that too. Like, I know it's supposed to be like the animation's supposed to be for the series. It's supposed to be some CG weirdness, but I watched there's another anime called Arpeggio, the Blue Steel, Ars Nova.
Oh, I love that. I like that anime.
It was good. It was like alternative Kantai collection, because it was Ship Girl still.
It came up before Kantai, actually.
Oh, good point. It came out before the anime for Kantai. Did it come out before the browser game?
Oh, good question.
Good question. I didn't even think about that. But either way, like you said, it was out there before the anime for Kantai was, and it was really good. So, but I've seen that animation, and that's what it is essentially kind of is, but it still is not bad.
For the Owls engine, the other combo that people run in this type of deck is the level 1 Shimakaze combo, so you can like easily switch out your Owls and like get multiples in your hand, so you know you'll like have it at level 2 to like start doing the combo.
Yeah.
My only downside about this card is that like it's like a good effect, but I feel like I'd rather just be playing like the level 3 server restand, because I don't know, like I feel like sometimes like you might not always get like this combo off too as well, just like if you get screwed like during your like waiting room or your stock or whatever. I mean, there is a 1/1 green level assist that's like pay 2 and then tap itself, you can salvage a green character.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
I mean, this effect definitely has like a high ceiling and stuff, but I don't know, I personally don't like playing like this type of outlast effect, because sometimes you might get screwed and just like trigger climaxes as well, like when you're like too compressed at the point. Yeah, I mean, you can always pay it off with like your rest counter or whatever, but then if you're really compressed at like, if you're still at like level 2 and stuff, obviously you can't play your rest counter to pay it out, because you'll still be at level 2 and the rest counter is at level 3.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of almost an over compression, if you would, like kind of wording. I've done that with Zek and Yuki before, where it's like, okay, well, I have all of this to go off. You kind of have to time it a little bit better. If you're able to get like the brainstorms and whatnot off at the right time, it can help mitigate that. But like if you're like able to do this after like a refresh, like an immediate refresh, and be able to go ahead and start that's definitely one thing. But if you're down way too far, sometimes I can understand where I wouldn't want to do that either.
Like if you,
and your
still
opponent,
yeah.
And your opponent might just be like, if they're playing smart enough, they might just purposely keep you at like 1/6, so like you won't be able to like have your condition to have your Kabanchan magnifying glass and clock to early summon this.
Yeah, true. So, yeah, if they play it right, so I can understand where that's definitely a drawback. I do like the being able to just like get an extra level 3 on the field at level 3 for just the simple pitch cost, which is nice. But I definitely understand where you're coming from. The servo would definitely be the way to go for that.
Yeah, it definitely does take a climax slot up. I think that's one of the other cons of it, but the card itself definitely really good.
Mm-hmm. So, the next, so I saw that we just showed the Kabanchan magnifying glass has a bond with harsh fire, can buff on attack. So that was that. The other one you mentioned, American Beaver biting on the branch. Bentley, did you want to get this one?
Yeah.
This is the Z3. Okay, go for it. Yeah.
This is a 0/0 rare.
I got really excited for a second there.
500 power, friend straight. It's continuous global 5 to all your friends' character. It has an auto ability, pay 2. When you level up, you may pay costs. If so, search your library for up to 1 for friend's character, show it to your opponent, and put it to your hand, and then shuffle your library.
I believe. I know it's the same condition. I think it's the same stock cost as Z3.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So anyone who doesn't know, Z3 is from Kantai. Literally almost the same effect. I don't remember if it has a global 5, but it has the same.
It's a self-give 15 to a character.
Yeah. Okay. Which, I mean, that's still great. But
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. But for anyone who doesn't know, Z3 is currently on the pick 1 of 4 fucking cards from Kantai for the JP ban list. So it's a really good card. So when I saw this effect, I'm like, oh, well, Weiss emergency ban list, right? No, I'm just kidding. No, not like that's going to fucking happen anytime soon. But because it's that same effect, if I could see something happening to it if Kemono ends up ever getting on the ban list or any of the pick 1 of whatever. I could see this being one of the cards because of already having something of a similar effect up there. And it's a really, really good ability. So I
feel like the Kabanchan, the one that goes into memory, would be more of it.
Oh no, absolutely.
Dangerous thing to go to.
Yeah. No, that
Kabanchan. The first card on the list.
Yeah, that'd be the first card on the list.
Exactly. You kidding?
Everyone's playing this. Oh well, not anymore.
It might get the Marika treatment. They might just straight say you could run one of in the deck, and then you could pick one of this other shit. So, oh man, that'd be crazy. Okay, so we have our Z3. Was there any other big ones y'all wanted to just go ahead and throw out for green? Because we still got some time. I can't remember which one it was. There was an on reverse climax combo to be able to like burn for 5. The burn for 5 thing, that might have been where I was thinking of the top of the deck manipulation, if or something like that. I can't remember which one that was.
It's Grey Wolf Horror Rider, the one that burns for 5.
Grey Wolf Horror Rider. So I just remember reading that. Was like, okay, that was kind of cool. Okay, yeah, no, this is the one I was thinking with the reveal the top card of your deck. So if you do the other effect where it's like putting any cards back in any order, you can make certain that the next card that you reveal after this attacks would be a friend's character. So the battle opponent becomes reversed if friend's all-out attack is in your climax zone. You do the cost and reveal a friend's character. You can deal 5 damage to your opponent. Just random as heck. And at level 2, like, I just thought this was funny. I just thought this was a funny effect and just kind of wanted to mention it. Also, when your climax is placed in the climax zone, this gets X power, 500 for each of your friend's characters. So, friend's all-out attack was...
It's a green stock soul.
Oh damn, that's still really good. So
she's getting soul and then still gets extra attack on top of that. So
shout out to the Persona reference. All out attack.
Oh, I was like, wait, I was serious, like there's a Persona reference I'm missing. What? Oh, all out attack. Damn, I didn't even think about that. Fuck.
Oh yeah, Billy, I have to show you this.
Oh god.
Like Persona 5 parody after we finish recording of Kemono Friends. It's really funny.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I want to see this because that'll be great. Okay, so
there's a anti-change counter as well. Kaban-chan helping out.
Oh, cool. I remember seeing this one. It was, I didn't like the anti-change cost. You had to end up discard. At least it's any 2 cards. Like the fucking is put into the waiting room. There was from TLR. Their anti-change says you have to pitch like 2 alien or plant characters. Like it's very fucking specific. And I'm like, no, it's just a horrible anti-change there. But no, this is still not as bad. Where you can pitch extra climaxes or something, and that's fine to me. So
yeah. Sometimes I wish it was a sack counter, but it's whatever. Like you take your wins and your losses.
Oh yeah, no, the fucking sack counters are amazing.
Oh, sack counter.
That's a nice on reverse combo you got there. It'd be a shame if something happened to my character. So yeah, no, that's great. I've shout outs to JoeSchmmo and his favorite card, Berserker's Will. I'm just gonna throw that out there. He almost beat the Ilya Berserker deck I had, and he was like, "Yay, Nozomi Clock Shoot for the win!" And like, nope. Not today. So he was greatly saddened there. Anywho, okay. The other event was Altogether Pull.
Yes,
okay.
This event.
That's
really
the heal
good.
one. This is great. If you have 3 or more friends characters, it's a level 2, 1 stock. Choose a friend's character in your clock, return it to your hand, and then send this to memory. That is really cool. So, we're playing tug of war with mole people, it looks like. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh no,
someone's
stuck.
Arguing that like healing at level 2 is like not that great compared to like healing at level 3, but like you have to understand that like preventing as much damage as you can like in Weiss is always a good thing or whatever.
Exactly.
I mean, you go neutral if like playing the event like it is because you pay 1 and then like you do heal 1 and it goes into your memory. But it's like it's still nice to have though. Like I feel like a lot of sets that like
selective healing.
Yeah.
It's compression.
Yeah. It's also it gets around heal tags. Yeah. So that's like one of the bigger things there is the fact that it goes to your hand. It's I have this event. I'm gonna freely just clock this level 3, draw 2 cards, and then as soon as your turn comes around, I'm gonna add it right back to my fucking hand.
And also like not to say like, you could just theoretically hold this at level 3 as well and just like just out heal your opponent.
Yeah.
At that point of the game too.
No, that's exactly for only 1 stock for that's very easy conditions. Also 3 or more friends characters. That's not hard at all. That's easy as fuck. So no, that's great. So
I love the artwork on this card because if you haven't seen the show, then like it looks totally weird.
found the cover for the first Kemono Friends hentai I look up. So no.
Don't loot the friends.
Don't loot the friends.
Friends are not for looting.
Neither are the penguins. Oh god. Okay.
I guess for like honorable mentions, for the promo, like I know for green there's a
good point. I gotta go over those. Yeah.
Oh wait, there's also I forgot there's a clock swap. There's a clock
swap in the TD and
in the TD.
It's pretty good. Just like having options from your clock is just always good.
Yeah. And then there's always a drop searcher as well, the Jaguar drop searcher in the set.
Yeah, drop searchers are still solid, even in 2017.
Yeah. Far and few between, but they are there.
They get you what you need.
Yeah. When this becomes reverse, look up to 3 cards. Okay.
And I guess also I forgot to mention, like, for yellow, like the promo, the serval good bath. It gives all your friend's character and friend 500 and the soul, so you can like do some manipulation, like soul manipulation.
Yeah, that's like a I'm trying to remember. It was a Junyo out of Kantai that's just straight banned on the JP list. Like you can't run that at all. It gives +1 soul to all your other fleet girls. So that's another thing where it's just like, it's also like a freaking 7K. I thought that was just so weird of just how like big this thing. Yeah, the fucking Junyo is probably like 4 or 5, I forget, but yeah, fucking 7K.
That hexproof though.
That hexproof though. Oh my god. So
yeah, see, when you swing with Junyo, they can't anti-damage her.
Or they can't bounce her back.
Oh god. It's just let the Junyo Soul Party begin. So okay. So that's also great. That's, oh man. What other some other yellow promos down here I'm pulling up real quick.
No, there's a coin flip one.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay. Yeah, so they got like several interesting little promos and whatnot. So, which ends up putting them at 110. So then, like 118 cards before you add in the trial deck. So another like, it's a trial deck plus. So you're gonna have at least two. So at least like 25 other cards on top of that.
Yeah.
At least, or something like that. So, and good stuff out of the
like
trial deck
some
plus.
people try to run like the coin flip promo, like they run like just level zeros in their deck for like the combo, and like I guess it works, but it's like it feels kind of sad. I just feel like I'd be depressed if I played that type of deck.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to play coin flip, you might as well play the level 1 red.
Yeah, because that's like the meta deck, right?
Yeah, that's the best.
He's like, wait a minute. No.
I haven't seen these other. Oh, okay.
There is definitely a lot of stuff for anyone who, even off of the cards that we've mentioned, is gone like, okay, this is an interesting set. Check this out, like straight up.
Watch the anime too. Don't let the CGI put it down for you, since it's actually really well done.
Yeah,
I honestly didn't notice it. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, like
yeah, I don't mind CGI. So.
And something you mentioned to me.
For me.
Yeah, something you mentioned to me was the fact that like you have to be careful what you say because there is spoilers. This thing, like the show actually has a plot to it. It's not just like it's not. Yeah.
That's just moe.
It's not just your weekly dose of moe like K-On, but that's whatever. But yeah.
If you've seen like the Kantai anime, then it's like kind of similar when like you meet like new people.
Yeah, when they do when they are fighting the abyssals and whatnot, they actually go into that. Yeah, they actually go into that CGI-esque as well.
Except Kantai has really good CGI, like super crisp. Ooh.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, maybe not like Gundam level CGI, or if you've seen what was it called, Knights in Magic? There's a new anime out. It was actually pretty fucking good for some CGI. I was impressed.
And if you're watching Kemono, also like pay attention to the symbolism, because there's like a lot of symbolism in the anime. That's one thing I like about like watching TV shows in general. It's just like understanding the symbolism behind some of the stuff that they say.
Speaking of symbolism, I'm going to pull back up the Altogether Pull event. So here's your symbolism right here. So anyway, so I'll probably need to like probably put up a couple pictures as well of some of the other honorable mentions from like the trial deck and whatnot, and I'll be certain to post up that by the time this comes out. So I completely forgot that they had a trial deck plus, because I haven't looked over that at all. So shit.
It's a pretty solid trial deck plus.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say.
I'm liking how a lot of the Trial Deck Pluses are coming out. Like as far as like a lot of like the variety of stuff that they're getting as far as that. Like obviously stuff you just never saw back in previous Trial Decks and all that.
These kids nowadays all privileged and whatnot.
So, but with that, any other ending final thoughts on as far as just going over the yellow green for this podcast? Any other final thoughts from either? Continue. I like this. Y'all should check it out. I'm going to enjoy part 2 when we go over the penguins. Go ahead. So
I think yellow is definitely probably the strongest color in the set.
No, straight up.
It's like the most splashable in the set as well. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could pretty much just put both double R's of the Serval and Kaban, and then like the friend rare Serval, and like that can just be your whole yellow right there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There's like so many level 1
with the rest counters and
combos.
everything else too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many plussing combos in yellow as well. You have the Magi clone that Jimmy mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
You have the 1-0
Shimikaze.
Tango clone. Yeah, the 1-0 Shimikaze.
So it's just that, yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. Also, probably the most expensive color, but that's whatever. Yeah, your wallet, not mine.
Yeah.
As for me,
Mhm.
I like playing the raccoon because that's my favorite character, so I'm gonna keep fucking playing that shit. And yeah.
When we go over like the other 2 colors, like I think out of all the colors in the set, green has like the best events when it comes to like
Yeah,
Mhm.
green.
for your value wise. I mean,
Yeah,
rest
no.
counter is really good, but like
Yeah, rest
hand
counters.
or like just being able to bounce is pretty nice.
Yeah,
especially when
a little
it.
more
Yeah,
high-end utility side for the green events.
especially just how much like they combo and just work off of each other so well. It's really it's really cool. So, okie doke. Anything else before we bounce out for now?
I'm still single, so
It's just
Right.
Christian mingle, all white guys. Any white guys? If you're on yeah. What was the other one you said that one time? You said Christian mingle, and you said another one, and I can't remember which one it was.
I honestly don't know. I say a lot of shit.
Was it Black People Meet?
Oh no, that was Cam.
That was Cam. He was like, "I'm all Black People Meet." Yeah, you're right. That was great. Jimmy wasn't there for that one. That was funny.
I watched that one though. That was good.
That was great. I almost died there. That was great. So, a note here. So, part 2. But all right then. With that, we'll go ahead and sign out for now. It's Koolaid. We got Waifu Wars and Pay3ForHanayo.
Hey.
Please join us in for part 2 next time. We go over red and blue, and we will see y'all on the flip side. Peace.